Some people call them bracelets, some people call them pom-poms. Whatever you want to call them, a lot of people hate doing this. In fact, the toy poodle breeder that I worked for, this was her nemesis. She hated pom-poms, so I got to do them a lot. And I used to hate that Bel Air trim, Miami trim, bikini trim, whatever you call it. It's when the dog's in a kennel cut except for the rosettes. I think it's adorable now. I think it's great to give poodles that little flair. And it's super easy to do in your shop, and you could charge for a fancy trim, and really it's just a glorified kennel cut with hair on their feet. So easy. All right, so like I said, I already shaved his feet. I'm just gonna comb all this hair down. Are you gonna watch me this whole time? Yes, I'm gonna go near your feet again. All right. Like I said, comb all this hair down. I'm not going to hold it down. I think that that's a big mistake I've seen in the show ring, people holding it down, because then when you do the sculpting that I'm about to do, you're in love with me again. Okay, we're not gonna actually go further with that, James. No, we have a different kind of relationship than that. You stay. So I'm just gonna hold it natural. I'm holding his little thigh muscle so that he can't pick around and I don't take this entire bracelet off by accident. I'm gonna take my 40 blade, just like I did around there, around here, and I'm just gonna go straight in on a 90-degree angle, and I'm gonna pull that hair out. Oh, I know. These fine trimmers are so helpful on a breed and a trim like this. Okay, so now that I've sculpted this off, again, you're not in there with scissors trying to get that line straight. So now I'm just gonna comb it down lightly. I just have to take the tips off, and then you have your bevel all done. Just like that. Simple, simple, simple. Good boy. And so, when you're preparing this dog for the show ring, to get it all fluffed up like this, if you're just doing a quick final little trim, always make sure you're hairspraying this hair up. This hair from here up, you want to keep. You want that look to come up like this. So I'm just going to tidy up the top here. And again, with pom-poms, leaving more is so much better than taking more off, because we all know how leg hair grows sometimes on these toy poodles. Like, it could take months to grow back. Just gonna comb around the front, tidy this up. We used to love showing them when it was an outdoor show and they were shown in the grass, because it was so much less work on the bevels than it is showing on floors. The bottoms didn't have to look quite as perfect. Anti-stat is your friend. Now, a lot of this coat that's at the bottom of this foot is just dead stained hair, so it's actually going to look really good just taking the tips off of it. Probably going to feel real good for you. Look how long it is. Okay, so same thing as the back. I'm not going to hold this tight while I sculpt it. I'm just going to let it lie naturally. I'm going to go in on this angle and scoop that out. Find his little foot in there. His adorable little foot. Come around the front. Come in and scoop. Doing two jobs in one here. Super simple. Okay, so there. And now again, the 10 seconds of scissoring, and this bevel will be done. Good boy. Okay, just fluff the rest of this out. You know, the simplest thing is if you know what you want it to look like, that's half the battle right there. I know I don't want to take too much length off. He just needs a good little tidy up. You want to leave them nice and round and full, especially when he has that much hair on his jacket. So I'm just going to come down, take off the tops, and just very lightly around the sides. Good boy. He's being so good about his feet. He must be exhausted. All right, so the back of his pom-pom now is all I have left. And again, I'm just going to take the tips off. Come in from this side. And again, this hair would stand up a little bit better. I think the person who bathed him probably had to use a conditioner on him because he kind of feels like he's got that filmy conditioner. On days that I trim my dogs, actually most days, I don't use conditioner on them at all because what does happen is the conditioner does coat that hair, and when you scissor it, I feel it's heavy and it doesn't spring up as much, especially with poodles and bichons and stuff like that. I just go conditionerless, and after I rinse them, I high velocity them till almost dry. I cover them in anti-stat, and everything comes out really beautiful. And it takes so much less time than drying conditioner in the coat. But I think today he had to be conditioned because he had some broken hair going on around here. Hey? Yeah. So these rosettes, the next time he's bathed and dried and scissored, they'll stand out way more. They'll be like, ugh.